Hi there. Welcome to my kitchen. It's nothing special. I don't even have a window in my kitchen. But today, I don't really have much to talk about in the sense of, social justice. Or in kind of the sense of self-development, because depression is a bitch. And it's kind of hard to focus on self-development when you're kind of in survival mode. But what we are going to do today is we're going to do a cook with me. Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today we're making creamy tomato pasta with garlic bread. I prefer fresh food because fresh food, number one, it tastes so much better. Can I just say that? It genuinely does. There's so much more flavor to it. I feel like frozen food is good and all, but it's only good in order to prevent the food from... Are you fucking serious? My yogurt has a hole in it. I prefer fresh fruit and fresh food because I think it has a lot more flavor to it. I think it just adds more flavor-wise in regards to frozen, because frozen is cool and stuff like that, but frozen just don't be hitting. Okay, so ingredients I'm gonna need for this is Cajun seasoning, mustard, love mustard seeds, great flavor additive, onions, I'm gonna need onions, black pepper. I think I'm gonna use fresh parsley rather than using this because this is good for seasoning. And this is good for using it as an ingredient. I hope that makes sense. Mushrooms, vegetable stock, pasta, cream, and some mixed peppers, and tomato paste or puree, whatever the fuck you want to call it. First things first, you're gonna get a pan. You're gonna fill that pan with water. Because this is a very quick, easy, on the go kind of meal you can make. It doesn't really take that long to make. It only takes me long to make because I like to overcomplicate my cooking. I like to try and be all fancy and Michelin chef with the bitch when I don't really need to. It's not that deep, is it? Okay, so there's not much chopping really needed to be done. Because most of I already got sliced mushrooms to kind of make my life easier, and I also got sliced mixed peppers already to kind of make my life easier. So the only thing you really need to chop, at least for me, is my onions. These were 75% off, so that's why I mainly bought them. I hope they were 75% off. Hold on a fucking minute. Where is 75% off? They didn't fucking discount my parsley. My pasta water is now at a boil. So the next part is to put our pasta in. The thing is, the packaging on pasta always says cook for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 13 minutes. It's never actually that long. It never is. It's 20 fucking minutes you need to cook this bitch for. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm cooking pasta wrong. I think I'm cooking pasta wrong. Someone told me how to cook pasta. I know the chef said that you're supposed to let the water boil first and then cook the pasta, but I don't do that. And that's why it takes me 20 minutes. I mean, our pasta is now cooking. In the meantime, what we shall do next is somewhere find a knife. And we have found a knife. Sling! I think I want to chop these up in slices. The first fashion trend I'm not really here for, cargo trousers. I'm not really here for cargo trousers. And I don't know what it is because I love cargo pants. They look like cargo trousers should look like. I'm fine with those. What I'm not fine with is parachute trousers. That's what I'm talking about. Parachute trousers is what I'm not okay with. Don't know why. I think they just look so stupid. It looks like you went skydiving and then you were like, oh no, I have to go to this fashion show. You know what cargo pants, parachute trousers give me? When you have skydiving at 3 o'clock, but then you also have a Dolce & Gabbana fashion show to go to at 5. Literally, that's the energy they give me. It's pick one. Are you jumping off the fucking clouds or... Here's the thing. When I say I don't like these things, this is a personal preference. I am going to judge you if you do wear them, 110%, but I can't stop you from wearing them. Wear them if you want. I don't give a fuck, but I will judge you still. Next part we also need to do is oil up our pan. I'm going to use... Oh, it's basil flavored olive oil. This I'm quite excited because I think it would be a nice dressing as well after the pasta is made. We are now going to start with putting our onions into the pan. I'm frying those up a bit. I'm also gonna put out mustard seeds because mustard seeds are best fried up first because it like pops and then you get all the flavoring from it. I like to cook fast. I don't really like to waste a lot of time. So that one's like, pan's on medium heat, that one's on high heat. Actually, you know what I'm really not into? A lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but that Prada nylon bag, I'm not into it anymore. I'm so sorry. You guys have washed it the fuck out. Like when it first came out, I thought like, you know, the mini purse was really cute. But then I did see the one with like the attachment, like the little attachment thing there. I didn't like that initially because I don't know, it just looked too bulky for me for like a bag that's so tiny. I understood the aspect of it, it's a bum bag, but I feel like a bum bag that's like a classic bum bag that will always go like, you know, forever, will be like a staple is the Alexander Wang, I think it was, bum bag. That is such a good bum bag. But I don't know, the nylon thing, I'm just not fucking with it no more. I'm not fucking with it no more. You bitches have rinsed that shit. Can't blame you because at the end of the day, you know, fashion, it's all about trends, but. Alright, so onions and mustard seeds have been added in. Now I'm gonna add in the mushrooms. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really give you measurements on this one still because, like, my guy, I don't really do up measurements. I just kind of look at the thing and I hope for the best. Oh yes, chili flakes, that's what I'm forgetting. It's always important to add salt and pepper to every single bit of your cooking because what the fuck? I'm gonna add my chili flakes in now. I'm gonna cook that until the mushrooms soften. Okay. So we're just gonna go back in and we're gonna check on our pasta. Make sure that it's, you know, not burnt. So I have a tendency of forgetting things and then ending up burning them all the fucking time. Sorry, my kitchen was getting extremely smoky and I don't really want the fire alarm to go off just because I'm making simple pasta. Right, so I've added more pasta water in there. I've added the vegetable stock. I'm now going to add in my tomato puree. Fun trick, the top of the caps of like these things. So if you have anything that has a cap like this, and it like it's the top when you unscrew it, yeah, this part is like covered. The top of it over here, it's actually used to puncture it. So you flip it around and then you puncture it. And you don't have to make a mess. I don't know how much you're supposed to add, but I'm adding some. I think it's enough. I don't think it's too much or too little. Maybe a bit too much, but you can never really have too much tomato, you know. It's impossible. You can't. So you just can't have too much tomato. So we're gonna let all of this cook through, and then while it's boiling up, we're gonna add the cream. Cream bangs, I'll tell you that much. Fuck me, cream bangs. Oh my god, I forgot the fucking parsley. Right, yes, my friend, he says that the trick when it comes to cooking is to put all the like seasonings, so like the paprikas, all like the powder seasonings towards the end. So like the salt, the pepper, all of that kind of stuff towards the end because that's where you get the most flavor out of it. Right, so we've now added our parsley. This is what our sauce looks like now. It actually looks quite nice. I think it looks quite lovely. It's quite sweet if you personally ask me. Like me, it's almost as sweet as me. Oh. I'm gonna do something a bit cheeky. I'm gonna use some of this garlic and herb soft cheese in there. I just want to see if it will add any flavor. I do want to make garlic bread, but I don't know. I feel like it's too late now for me to make garlic bread. You can fucking see the steam. Look at that bitch. Oh my god. We need windows in this motherfucker. Alright. Our pasta is al dente. We're just going to drain it. Well, not all the way. I'm going to add some of that pasta water into here still. And then the rest of it, we're just going to drain it. I'm just going to let that simmer for a bit. Because while that's on a low heat simmering and cooking, I'm going to use that time to make the garlic bread. And the garlic bread is going to be so easy because all you need is like any bread of your choice. I'm going to use seeded bagels because I like seeded bagels. I'm not going to lie, this shit smells so fucking good. Oh my god. Bear in mind, this is cooking from someone who does know how to cook, but is not a professional chef. So the way I do it is not how you're probably supposed to do it. So please, once again, do not quote me on any of this shit. I'm making this up as I fucking go. Another fashion trend that I do not like. Doc Martens. The thing is, I see the value in Doc Martens. It's not like I don't see the value in Doc Martens. I do. I think they're great. I think Doc Martens are a great investment piece. I think they are one of those shoes that kind of like lost a lifetime. Sometimes. Depends on how you use them, of course. If you take care of them well, Doc Martens can last you like... I've seen people who are like, oh yeah, these Doc Martens were like my grandma's shoes. You know what I mean? But for me personally, and oh my god, I'm going to get... right. This does not make me someone who is sexist. Because here's the thing, masculine and feminine are only energies. They have nothing to do with your biological parts at all. So, for me, personally, I feel as though Doc Martens are too masculine for me. That's just my thing. I just feel like for me, they're too masculine looking for me. I prefer combat boots as an alternative because they are a lot tighter fit on your legs, and especially when you like, you know, pull them up, because Doc Marten, they give you like a gap in your legs. Not all of them, but you know, the ones I've seen, they're like quite straight, but with combat boots, they seem to kind of mold to your leg. That's just my own personal opinion and my own personal preference at the end of the day. If you don't like it, that's fine. No one's forcing you to like it, babes. And now we add our mixed peppers. Right, so next part of our task is to make the garlic bread. Now to make the garlic bread, it's very, very, very simple. You're going to take your nearest butter. I don't really care what butter it is. I'm going to take this dairy and gluten-free butter that I got. And rather than actually taking some already made, like, because usually I would grate the tomatoes and then put it in the butter and mix it up and then spread it across the bread. But I think what I'm just going to do instead is, because I have garlic puree. This is so fucking like convenient. You have absolutely no idea. So I'm going to turn this up. I'm going to put it on like fucking 175 because I don't know what the fuck is supposed to put this bitch on. Also, I think I'm going to start wearing my afro more because I like my afro. I think my afro looks cool. Not sure if this is going to work with it, but I'm going to add some whole bean greens to the dish. We are going to take our bread. I'm going to spread it with some butter. Honestly, do we get so caught up in the whole idea of preservation that we forget about the actual art of enjoying a meal? Oh, the cost of living crisis is really, really affecting our country. Another trend I'm not really a fan of. I am not a fan of trousers where there's an elastic band at the end. I am so sorry. I think those are so fucking hideous. I just don't like. If your trousers have an elastic band, fair enough. But a visible elastic band? Oh god, no. I just don't think they look cool in any style. I've seen them as jeans, cargos, like anything trouser related. And if the band is fucking visible, like fucking jumpsuits, I just don't think it looks good. I really don't. Number one, I feel like you're kind of suffocating your like ankle. You don't need to do that. You don't need to suffocate your ankle. Let your ankle breathe, you know? I think those, like, they give very much Mama 40 trying to look cool. That's what they give. I've been seeing girls be wearing that, girls and guys. Oh my god. Guys, men are the, like, prime predecessor when it comes to those type of fucking trousers. It's like you're trying to be hip, but you're not really hip. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to be cool. You're trying to show, like, yeah, I'm down with the kids. And then I see the fucking elastic band, and it's just like, well, you just fucked up the whole thing, didn't you? So I've spread the butter over the bread. So now I'm going to add the garlic puree and spread that one over too. I'm going to try and be a bit more fancy as well with this, and I'm going to add some herb and spices. Fine, we're going to add coriander because I'm not even sure how this is going to taste, but I'm just not sure it's going to taste that good with coriander, but I just kind of want to look fancy, so I'm just going to add like a sprinkle of that. I would have added parsley, but I feel like I already have parsley in the dish. I don't want to do a parsley overload. That's lush. When I add the seasoning to it, my god, elevated. I think it's because it's on slow cook. I think having it on a slow cook towards the end, it really like makes all the flavors just kind of soak in. A good half of what the lower part of my cupboard is just fucking seasonings. And the worst part is I can add more to that bitch. So now I'm gonna add the paprika. Fun fact, paprika is actually bell peppers crushed and powdered up. Honestly, when it comes to all of these seasonings, just add to your liking. Very important part of cooking is to tidy up after you cook. Because you don't really want to cook and then have to come back to a messy kitchen for the next time you want to cook. It's kind of impractical for you and the rest of your flatmates, which is something I had to learn the hard way. Won't lie. What a beautiful chocolate woman. I look like I should be one of the homegirls for Black Dynamite. This is my audition for Black Dynamite. I don't mind being the prostitute, the hooker, or preferably the girl with the gun. Cause imagine me in Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite. It's dynamite. So dynamite. Okay, my food's ready now. I'm gonna plate this bitch up. A beautiful, gorgeous. Use an actual hand thing. Garlic bread and green sprouts. Well, green beans. It's green beans, not green sprouts. Okay. Then we're just gonna garnish with some of that olive oil. Parsley. You can never have too much parsley. And a bit of chili flakes too, because you can never have too much spicy food. And boom! Ladies and gentlemen, we have our meal. I think it looks nice. You've got the garlic bread, got the green beans, you've got the fat fuck off pasta. I don't know why the fuck I cooked so much pasta. Now for the taste test. Alright. I hope this tastes good. I think it tastes good. I mean, I already tasted it a bit. It's busting. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's not over flavored, but I don't think the flavors are very like, what's the word I'm looking for? The flavors aren't very prominent. They're not very intense in your mouth. You know, they're light flavoring. Something too crazy. Nothing too crazy. I do think that just a bit more seasoning would have like elevated it, but for me personally, I don't need that much seasoning right now. But overall, I give it something like, maybe not a 7. I feel like a 7 is a bit too harsh. An 8. An 8 out of 10, definitely. That garlic bread is amazing. That's a 10 out of 10. Thank you for once again listening to me chat shit while I do something. I've been filming this bitch for an hour. Oh my fucking god. It's gonna be a bitch to edit. Right. If you're a new person watching this, I appreciate you. Or if you're someone I already know who is watching this, as always, we just want to talk about it, innit? Goodbye.